Real shit. If this coronavirus outbreak isn't proof that we in America need universal health care, I don't know what is. I mean, maybe we needed this virus to come along and kind of teach us a lesson, you know, teach us a lesson about our priorities. Teach us a lesson that maybe we should have systems in place that every other modern country on Earth has in place to protect its citizens when things like this happen. Why the fuck? Like, it makes no sense that in this country, when you hear you got the coronavirus or you think you got the coronavirus, your first thoughts are, holy shit, I got no savings, well, I'm so screwed, I'm not, where's my money gonna come from? How, my job, oh my god, my job. Your first thoughts should not be about your job or your bank account. They should be about, how do I heal? How do I recuperate? But no, in this country, because workers have such few rights, and I'm sorry, but even though workers' rights have made huge strides in this country throughout our history, there is still a long ways to go. There is still a long ways to go compared to the other countries on this planet that actually give a damn. What the hell is going on? Well, everyone's worried because, like, why isn't the government forcing these businesses to give these people paid sick leave? In Italy, they're freezing mortgages. That's right. So people don't have to worry about making mortgage payments. They're freezing them until this coronavirus thing blows over. Why aren't we doing that? Why don't we do some common sense shit in America to combat the coronavirus? Why not? Because it will hurt the rich. And speaking of the rich, guess what's going on? The Federal Reserve, the Fed, is going to be giving $1.5 trillion to Wall Street in loans, aka it's a bailout, essentially. $1.5 trillion. So, you know what? I love how whenever we bring up universal healthcare, Medicare for all, whatever you want to call it, people are like, how are we going to pay for it? How are we going to pay for it? How the fuck are we paying for these bailouts right now? How are we paying to have a giant military that dominates the rest of the world? How do we pay for subsidies? For subsidizing big-ass companies that supposedly under capitalism should be able to succeed on their own. What's going on here? Why whenever something that's actually going to help the people, whenever that shit's brought up, suddenly we're all thinking, oh, we're all shitting ourselves about how are we going to pay for it? Oh, we can't have that. How are we going to pay for it? But with other shit, no, it's perfectly fine. You can blow all that money on corporate subsidies. All those taxpayer dollars on a giant-ass military that we don't need. It's bullshit. They just want to change the subject from not why we should, because they'd lose the argument. We should definitely, logically have universal healthcare. Then it becomes a discussion about whether we can do it or not whether we should. Because if the question is whether we should, then the answer is we should, yes, we should most definitely have healthcare. They can't refute that. So they have to turn it into a discussion about whether we can do it. Well, guess what? We can. If we have $1.5 trillion to inject into Wall Street so the economy doesn't suffer, aka so rich people don't suffer, then we can most certainly afford to have universal healthcare in this country. What's going on, man? You know, I mean, goddamn, this coronavirus shit is proof we need something right now. Otherwise, people are gonna still go to work because they're afraid of not being able to pay their freaking rent. They're afraid of not being able to put food on the table. They're gonna keep going into work. They're gonna get someone infected. They're gonna get a lot of people infected. We have to freeze rent. We have to freeze mortgage. We have to do everything we can. It's not enough to just say, oh, there are no more insurance copays for coronavirus testing. First of all, what about treatment? There's still copays for treatment. And even then, what about the uninsured Americans? What about them? Testing, treatment, none of that shit's free. That's just going to disincentivize people from getting help. Alright, so whatever, you know, we want America, if you want to be so fucking stubborn and headstrong like you always are, instead of adopting the common sense policy, you go ahead. But, coronavirus ain't gonna get better until we actually do the right thing about it. Whatever. Anyway, that's all for now. This coronavirus shit's driving me nuts. Can't even leave the fucking house. My school got canceled, never, whatever, screw it. See you guys later.